Hello guys, it's D to the B here with the, of course,
L to the Z.
the hippie. And we're here today to talk about the Ashoka series. Now, I have to say, surprisingly, well, not really, that the series looks good. If you've been paying attention to me lately, I've been kind of negative about Star Wars lately. Good examples are the Book of Boba Fett and Kenobi series. I was pretty negative on those.
Those I did not enjoy.
You only saw Book of Boba Fett. You didn't have to endure the torture that was Kenobi.
I think I saw one episode. I think it's enough torture for me.
Like, the first episode wasn't that bad, but
Damn,
it gets worse when you keep going. Like, episode 2 is when it completely falls apart.
That's the one I saw after the first episode.
So you saw Grand Inquisitor's death.
Part of it, yes. So
That was so dumb. But anywho, let's talk about a show that could possibly be good, the Ashoka series. Now, originally I was for this series before Gina got canceled. Dumb people. Dumb.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
Unbelievable. I am sorry, unbelievable.
And then, of course, Book of Boba Fett and Kenobi destroying the heck out of Star Wars. And I have no comments on Andor. It seems like a waste of time. I hear it's not bad. It's better than Kenobi, but it's boring. That's what I've heard.
And I heard Mando Season 3 is going downhill fast, too.
I've seen some of the clips of Mando Season 3. I'm so glad I skipped out.
Me too.
There's only one clip that kind of piques my interest, and that's the Jedi played by Jar Jar. Yes, I know, this Jedi was also in a little kid show. It's like one of those temple shows, but it's Jedis and stuff. I know that, but I honestly just like the character because it's just like, screw you prequel haters. This is basically why I like it.
But I actually watched the trailer today on YouTube.
Same.
On YouTube, and I'm like, alright, this might have potential.
Yeah, originally I was going to skip this, but another friend of mine convinced me to check it out to see if it would resolve the thing with Ezra. And I'm like, okay, that's a good point. I'll check it out. I'll probably check it out, check the first episode out when it comes out. Unless if it decides to release 2, like how Bad Batch has been doing, like going back between posting 1 episode to 2 episodes. It's been going back and forth for season 2 on that. Which, don't worry, I'll have a video on season 2 eventually. Being an adult sucks, and I haven't had the time. But anywho, the trailer was really good, and we get to see our favorite characters from Rebels. Well, if you like Rebels, I know there are plenty of people who don't.
I love Rebels.
I like Rebels. Yes, there are some things that Rebels does kind of fall apart where Clone Wars didn't. Like, the animation style, it's not great. It could have been better. Including how later, when they did Clone Wars Season 7, went back to the traditional animation models. I'm like, why didn't you do that from the start? That doesn't make any sense. And then also Bad Batch. But, yeah. The Ahsoka series, we get to see some characters that are new and old. We get to see Sabine, Hera, Chopper. Ahsoka. Chopper is one of the best characters in Rebels. And you would ask, what about Zeb? Zeb is a part of the Republic for Mandalorian. Season 3. Again, I haven't watched any of the episodes, so I don't know any details. And we also get these 2 new Sith Lords. Now, I was worried about the guy one being this guy from Legends, from the Thrawn trilogy. They're definitely taking things from that trilogy.
I can definitely see it.
Granted, I will say this, no, I have not read the Thrawn trilogy, but I do have it on Audible, and as soon as I finish that Kenobi book, I'm reading those next. Now you're probably wondering, why is this such a big issue for me if this Sith Lord from Legends is in there? So personally, in my personal little head canon, as people say it, my canon consists of Legends and some Disney canon. Like, there are a few things from Disney I'd consider canon, like Rebels, Bad Batch, Clone Wars Season 7, Jedi Fallen Order, yes, another thing I need to talk about, Jedi Fallen Order 2. What else? Oh, The Mandalorian, and I think that might be it. And because of this timeline, I'd rather them not bring that Sith Lord into this show, because that would kind of mess it up. Granted, I know it can, the Ahsoka series can still be really bad. Trust me, I'm not going all fanboy on this. I am still having a little bit of concern. With 2 bad shows and 1 mediocre Star Wars show, I'm still a bit critical. I'm not having my joys up like I did with Mando or Kenobi before this series actually came out.
For me, when I heard this was gonna, once they announced the Ahsoka show, I was like, alright, I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a chance. But like what D the B said, I'm very 50-50 on it. Like he said, it could still be bad.
Even if Filoni is involved with the show, it could still be really bad. Like, if you don't mind, if you abstract Disney from it, Dave Filoni hasn't made always the greatest choices with his shows. He has made some pretty stupid choices. And you can argue that some choices kind of conflict with the expanded universe. There are a few examples like the inhibitor chips. That is a big retcon from Star Wars, because in the Attack of the Clones and Legends, the clones don't have chips to tell them orders and stuff. They basically are programmed by birth. And yes, prequel haters, it's an actual thing. You can program someone from birth if you teach them really young to have these views and all that. It's possible.
But what I was not expecting in this trailer was Sabine.
Oh yeah, Sabine. Why don't we get into the characters real quick? So let's start with Sabine. She is definitely different from her last appearance in Rebels. In her last appearance, she had really, really short purple hair, and it was weird.
But when I saw Sabine, it was in Rebels, like what the Beast said. She had really short purple hair. I'm like, all right. Yeah, and then I saw this one today. I'm like, all right, Ahsoka series. So I started watching it. Not watching, but the trailer. And I saw, and I'm like, who the heck is the girl with the long hair?
And then
first of all, I thought it was someone completely brand new.
I could understand that. To be honest, she kind of looks nothing like Sabine, except for the hair color.
But I gotta say, I will give the actress a chance.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna judge her. So she's gonna play Sabine and she's gonna be horrible. We don't know that. Someone can actually just pull that off, and I think she could do it.
Maybe.
If she's well developed for a character.
Yeah. Which she's had some... if we got the character of Sabine, she's kind of established because of the series Rebels.
Yeah. But it's I never seen Sabine in the live action.
No, we haven't seen any of these characters in live action. Yes, I know Zeb and Grand Inquisitor were in live action. I've seen Grand Inquisitor. He was treated like a punk. And then Zeb, well, the clip I saw was fine.
But, do you think I answer your question? What do you think of this new Sabine?
Not bad. It's something to definitely get used to. Because, as I said, she looks nothing like Sabine. Maybe the head shape is the right size, but besides that...
The hair is completely different.
The hair was definitely long in Rebels, but not that long. Which I guess it's a new change of pace, and I guess you could technically get away with it because it's who knows how long it's been since the finale of Rebels in the timeline. It could still be good, and as Elva C said, her performance could still be good. Let's get into Hera. No comments. She pretty much just looks the same.
Yeah.
Chopper looks really good.
Fantastic.
They really did a good job translating him into live action. Granted, I think this is the second time Chopper's been in live action because in the background of Rogue One, if I'm remembering right, he was actually in the background with the scene with C-3PO and R2-D2. I might have to review Rogue One of these days. I actually like Rogue One.
Oh, me too.
I know there's some people who don't like Rogue One. I have a friend who doesn't, but I personally like it. I think it's the only good Disney Star Wars movie. The only good one. Granted, we've only had like 5 Disney Star Wars movies. We would have more, but Disney keeps canceling them. And I'm okay with that. Because no one cares about Star Wars anymore. Let's get into Ahsoka. Yeah, she's pretty much just the same from The Mandalorian. I'm still not a huge fan of her design. Of course, let's get into her long things. Basically what her hair is. I forget what it's called in Star Wars. You can correct me guys in the comments if you want to. Her hair thing is all wrong. Like, it's been that way since Mando Season 2. They're supposed to be longer because, like, the species that she is has...
Her things grow longer as she grows older. A good example of this is the Jedi Master Shakti. Now, the stuff to make them longer is possible, but they're just choosing not to do it. Even if the actress didn't want them longer, so then it wouldn't be hard for her to do combat, they could have edited these in post. What is up with modern studios being lazy? But I guess it's such a small nitpick. It only bothers me. Well, maybe not just me, but yeah. It's a nitpick that's been bugging me since Mandalorian Season 2. So now let's get into the Sith Lords. Now, they're pretty interesting. As I said earlier, I thought the guy one was this character from Legends. Here's a picture of him and his name. I really can't pronounce it, so here you go. Hopefully he isn't him, because again, I have my own personal headcanon. And I'd rather them not take that character from Legends. Please. Well, if the series is good anyway. Continuing on, then, of course, we have the Inquisitors, which barely play a role in this. I think there was only one Inquisitor in the trailer. That's a shock. I thought they all died in Rebels. If you're wondering where LC is, he couldn't continue on with the video, so I just continued for him. So yeah, the Ahsoka trailer looks really good. Still keeping in mind how things could still be bad. It could still suck. I'm keeping that in mind. Like, I have definitely learned my lesson from Kenobi and Book of Boba Fett. I have definitely learned my lesson. But this show has a chance of being good, and the only good Star Wars showrunner is involved with it. Well, I think Jon Favreau's involved with it too. Because, yeah, everyone else sucks at writing shows. Literally. But yeah, I'm impressed. It's nice to see some things from Rebels in live action. It will be nice. Apparently, we're going to be getting Thrawn in live action. I'm wondering who's going to play Thrawn in this. No. Even though I know they're not going to listen. This time, can you have them have the blank red eyes this time? Because, Thrawn... Because, yeah, no one really liked it when Thrawn had eyelids. No one liked that. Well, unless they're a Disney fan. The Expanded Universe fans did not like that they gave Thrawn pupils. He's supposed to have blank red eyes. So, yeah. Just a nitpick. Writers, if you watch this video, which you wouldn't. Because you probably hate me. Because I've destroyed every single other piece of Star Wars that you've created and criticized it. It looks promising. I'll give it that. And I like the stuff that happens in the trailer itself. Like, we get this ancient kind of temple, and Ahsoka just cuts down in the ground. We don't know what this temple could be. It could be like a Jedi temple or something. I'm not entirely sure. Then we get Sabine with meerkats, I'm pretty sure they're called, fighting these droids that were in the Mandalorian Season 2. And also apparently Jedi Fallen Order. Sith Lord Lady, Republic Lady. And we get to see Ezra's... the first place we get to meet Ezra. We got this planet right here. No idea what it's called. And we get Moth, basically Thrawn. I forgot what her name was. We get Ahsoka. Oh, we get that lady from Mando Season 2. That Sith Lord again. It looks very promising for what it is. And it looks like we're going to get a hallway scene from the guy Sith Lord. I don't know what he's called. I'm sorry, I really don't. I'm just really hoping it's not Jerematicos. I don't know if I pronounced that right. I'm really hoping it's not him. Let's get into some theories that have been going on that Ahsoka's gonna retcon the sequel trilogy. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't think that's gonna happen. Even though I like the idea of the sequel trilogy being retconned, it's not gonna happen, unfortunately. Disney is too incompetent to reset the timeline. The only way I could see them resetting the timeline is that if they reset it all the way, like just the whole reboot of Star Wars, but I think they're waiting for George Lucas to go first, which is sad. There should never be a reboot on Star Wars. Never. Especially with you guys, it'll suck. But yeah, the series looks promising. I hope it's good, but I'm being skeptical that it could still suck. I will be watching the first episode. According to the teaser, it will be coming out in August. I don't know when in August, but I will plan to see it. I will try to do each individual episode like I used to with The Mandalorian Season 1 and 2, and also The Bad Batch. I will try my best, but it's going to be hard with how things have been going for me, so I hope to do it, but keep in mind I might not do it, if that makes any sense. But anyway, that's all I have to say. The trailer looks really good. Still skeptical. But yeah, this is D to the B signing off. Oh, what do you think of the trailer? Tell me in the comments. Have a nice day, everyone.